I traveled to Antarctica to witness a total solar eclipse, but Antarctica has so much to offer. Come with me to see some beautiful penguins, some southern elephant seals, and more. Here we are boarding the flight for Buenos Aires, Argentina. We're getting on. Bye-bye. After a 10-hour overnight flight, we finally arrived in Buenos Aires. I'm staking out some flowers at the hotel. This may be a waste of time, I don't know, but there are greenback fire crowns in southern Argentina. I might have a better shot in Ushuaia, but there are some flowers here that look like they could be hummingbird flowers. So I just decided to stay here for a little while and see if something shows up. Well, these sure looked like tasty flowers to me, but I've been sitting here for an hour and no bird has shown up. So these are either undiscovered or they don't taste as good as they look. All right, we're with a group and we're going to get in a bus. Here's Todd.
Hey, good morning. What's it like? What time is it?
It's 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, 3:30.
And it is pouring. I thought, well, they give us parkas. I didn't count on being in the hotel before we get to Ushuaia, but we'll see what happens. Ready to go to Buenos Aires Airport to pick up the airplane to Ushuaia. There are two flights. One's at 6 a.m. and one is at 10 a.m. Oh, guess what group we're in? This is our charter flight that's going to take us to Ushuaia.
Buenos días. Welcome to Ushuaia. That's a way that we pronounce the name of the city. Yeah? Ushuaia. Ushuaia. Yeah. Let's see. The name of the city is Ushuaia. That is the name of a bay. Yeah? All the water that you are seeing right here on the left hand side and even on the right, this is part of the Weddell Channel. Yeah? This is the Weddell Channel. So just a few minutes ago when you land on this airport, you remember that you have water on both sides, right and left. This is the Weddell Channel. So we are on an island. The name of this island is Tierra del Fuego, Land of Fire. So this is south. North, right here, that is the Andes range, the mountain. All this mountain that you are seeing as a background, this is part of the Andes range. So this is north. That mountain with the round shape, it is called Susana Mount. Over there is located the national park, and it is the west. Yeah, and the downtown area is located to the other side, that is the east. So just to see where we are.
So this is Bahia Ensenada.
Bahia Ensenada.
Doesn't look like the Ensenada we know. And here's the world's most southernmost post office.
national park, it is allowed catch and release. So between November and March, it is allowed to practice sport fishing, fly casting, spinning, and it's happened more or less the same that happened with beavers. They became bigger. So we have trout of around 15 kilograms.
What?
15 kilograms, 15 kilograms, yes. Yeah.
For trout?
For trout, yes.
Wow.
Because it's the same story. No enemies, no predators, so they became bigger. Because our driver, he loves fishing, so that's why I'm asking. Up to 19, he told me. Yeah, 19, 20. Yeah.
We then stopped at La Pattaya Bay, which is truly the end of the road being the Pan American Highway, which extends all the way from Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, down to this very spot. I was still looking for that green-backed fire crown, but I did manage to photograph a few of the many birds around, like both a male and a female upland goose and an austral thrush that posed for me on top of a branch. We just pulled up to the ship, so this is our first really good look at it.
Oh, I see it now.
Well, we're pulling away in Ushuaia. This is going to be interesting because it's very windy, and they say the swells are huge in the Drake Passage, so this is going to be a wild ride starting tonight. I'm taking this film from our balcony. Here you can see the ship. It's way too cold to go all the way up top. The sun is still pretty high in the sky for being 7 o'clock at night.
I have a feeling it's going to be up a while, maybe another 2 hours.
Well, if our hummingbird feeders were down here, we'd be filling them 5 times a day because it's light out all the time.
Hire somebody as you can.
Yeah, right. We're in the Drake Passage. You can see how choppy the water is. It's not too bad. I mean, I've been in worse weather than this on ships and rocked a lot more. But a lot of people are holding onto the walls as they're walking because it is pretty choppy. And the ship certainly is moving side to side. Good morning. It's November 30th. Today we're going to be at sea in the morning, but we're going to hit Penguin Island, our first stop in Antarctica. We've got some blue sky, and we've got birds flying around. I'm going to try to get a close-up of those. I'm here on the balcony of my room. It's really cold out here. I'm definitely going to wear more clothes a little bit later. But this is exciting, our first feet on the land in Antarctica. I'm in the theater on the Le Boreal and about to attend a mandatory meeting to teach us how to get into the zodiacs in order to get to shore this afternoon. Here we have our first view of land. We're on our way to Penguin Island. That up there might be the Shetlands, although I'm not sure. But there's another island over there. We just had our briefing, so we learned how to get in and out of the zodiac. This is going to be fun. Well, we're in a holding pattern. It's windy, and they said it's too windy on this side of the island to launch those zodiacs for the passengers. So the captain is moving the ship, and we're going on to the other side to see if it's any safer. This is Penguin Island in the South Shetlands, I believe. This is part of that chain. And there are Adelaide penguins and chinstrap penguins there. So hopefully when we go to the other side, they'll determine that we can get on the little rafts to get out there. We're waiting in line for our first trip on the Zodiac. Well, we're all standing here in line to get on one of the Zodiacs. For our first trip onto an island to look for penguins. Alright, we're on George Island, apparently named after King George. And there are a bunch of chinstrap penguins here, although these aren't chinstrap, I think these are Adelie penguins. Cool. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Alright, here we are on the beach. We've got two sea lions doing something.
There's 4, there's 6.
Yes.
3.
This looks like the sea lion area. Nice. And in the distance are a bunch of penguins. Lots of chin straps and a few Adelie penguins. And this is our group from the ship.
She's out of here. She's out of here.
We saw somebody strip down to a bathing suit that was planning on getting into this water. I don't know if we could see her. I don't know if she's still alive. But, you know, whatever she wants.
So these are southern elephant seals. All of these guys are juvenile males, and they're all here for the molt. So you can see here the patches of fur coming off. It's a catastrophic molt, so it comes off in patches or strips, unlike the way most seals and molt with like one follicle at a time. So they're fasting throughout the molt. It's kind of itchy, as you can see here.
Yeah, I see they're all scratching.
Yeah, and they only come to land for molting at this age. They're spending most of their life at sea, just coming to land this time of year to molt. And if they make it to adulthood, they can get up to about 4,500 kilos, 4.5 meters long. And yeah, they're the biggest pinniped on the planet and the deepest diver. They're diving most whales, actually. Only sperm whales and beaked whales dive deeper.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Stay down as much as 2 hours, which is not the average dive, but they're diving deeper than all the whales except beaked whales and sperm whales, and all their sensory systems are adapted to also function on land. But really, they're spending like 90% of their life under the surface of the ocean.
Wow,
Yeah.
incredible.
They're really amazing animals, and they're cartoon cute with their big giant eyes.
Thank you. Look at the penguins. The three types of penguins here on the island are the Adelie, the chinstrap, and the Gen 2. I could only find one Gen 2 penguin, and he was sound asleep. Most of the penguins here were the appropriately named chinstrap penguins. Both the Adelie and the chinstrap nest here on Penguin Island. They clearly do not see humans as a threat, and they will completely ignore you as they waddle right past you. Antarctica is a pristine environment, so before you get on the island, you have to wash your boots going on, and then when we come off, there are brushes so we can get all the material off the boots. They don't want to transfer any organic material from the ship onto the islands or from one island to another. They're very, very careful about this. Well, good morning. It is December 1st, and this morning we were supposed to go to Brown Bluff, which is a nesting colony for Gen 2 penguins, but it is very windy, and they have determined that it's unsafe for us to get into the zodiacs. You know, I've been to places in Alaska that I thought was inhospitable, but this takes the cake. I'm going to show you exactly why we couldn't get off today. Take a look at these waves. This is the back of the ship. The weather has not been cooperating with us. People have signed up for kayaking. Not a kayak has gone out, although it was supposed to happen twice. This stairway leads downstairs where the zodiacs are launched, but no zodiacs are going out either. Apparently there has been a whale sighting off the port side. I stood for a while to try to get a photograph of a whale, but he or she was not cooperating when I had my camera ready. I don't know the name of this glacier, and neither does the guide that was just showing me where the monument is. But Shackleton was rescued here. And there's a monument on the beach. The eclipse is going to happen at 3 a.m. this next morning, and there has been nothing but clouds, so we're really not hopeful we're going to see anything more. Then everything gets dark, and yes, it's still light here at 3 a.m. But I just came out here on the balcony, and check this out. We actually have some blue sky. So we're hoping we're going to get lucky and a lot of these clouds are going to disperse, allowing us to see the eclipse. I've heard there are a lot of seabirds out here, so I'm going to come out and try to get some of them. We are close to the South Orkney Islands. We're just on our way to the eclipse site. But because we're close to these islands, they said there are a lot of seabirds. There are also whales. Good morning. It is almost 1 in the morning, and I appear to be the only one who's up on the ship. The eclipse totality is supposed to happen at 3 a.m. and the general alarm is going to go off at 2 to wake everybody up, but I can't sleep. So now is a very good time to take you on tour of the ship. This is the main lounge. They have coffee and a little breakfast here in the morning. Of course, the dining room's open also. This door leads to the back when you go downstairs. That's where you board the Zodiacs. But they have everything cleared off in the back for the eclipse. This is a bar where people hang out at night, and they're set up for music. They either have a band or someone playing the piano. Outside the doors here is the little store where you can pick up everything that you forgot to pack, along with some clothing. Sorry if I'm moving back and forth, but the ship is moving. This is the lobby where there's the purser's office and the excursions. Pretty little crystal sculpture here. There's a gangway where there's passenger rooms. The main staircase is here. Pretty little crystal sculpture, goes for 2 floors. They have these glass doors barricaded shut. It's been very windy and the water of the ocean has been coming up. Now, I don't know if this is open down here that I can show you. No, it's closed. This goes down to the main restaurant, and then upstairs there's another restaurant. It's the buffet upstairs, and the regular a la carte restaurant is down here. I can't take you in there now. I'll take you in there later. But we're just waiting for other people to show up when they wake up, and I am going to stake out my spot that I want at the back of the ship to film the eclipse, if we can see it. It's been very, very cloudy, and they're actually positioning the ship in an area where we weren't supposed to go, because it's our best chances of not having clouds to see the eclipse. So we shall see. Getting lighter. And now I'm joined by some more people, other early risers, or people who have never gone to bed, I'm not sure. 10 minutes to totality. One minute to totality. Seven, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 39, 38, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Totality. Woo! God, I'm getting.
Oh, look at the shadow! Yep. Go, the shadow. Wait, you may still see partial, you don't know.
First contact, maybe. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
You know, even though I can't see it, I got chills just watching it get dark all of a sudden. Just knowing that it's there. We all want to see it. Well, you need a helicopter. Well, you're adding time in your moon shadow. That's the moon shadow. You're standing in the shadow of the moon.
Ladies and gentlemen, end of totality. End of totality.
Aww. Yep, it's starting to get light again. You could see it getting lighter on the whole horizon. End of totality. Here comes the sun. I took this picture in 2017 in Idaho Falls, Idaho. I wanted all of you to see what we were hoping to see this morning. Finally got some sun. Hello. It's morning and we're coming into Ushuaia. It's the last morning of the trip. Well, not really. There's going to be a morning on a plane. But beautiful Ushuaia. We'll be back here again because I do want to go back to Antarctica and see some other places and other penguins. No, I'm not obsessed with photographing every penguin species. But, once I get every hummingbird, who knows? We're waiting in the observation lounge until we can leave and get on our flight to Buenos Aires. And once we get to Buenos Aires, we have a wait to get on to our long journey home. But it's been fun.